from Hook Hall, it's Grítale Guti again in exile. We're not even going to bother with Instagram because fuck Instagram, right? It's just not happening. Why even try to do anything there? And I think people have just forgotten that I'm doing this. No, we got 2 viewers. Thank you, 2 viewers, for watching. I think we're what's up, Russell? Fucking dude, your piece on Malcolm X today was great. It was so fucking awesome. I just posted it on my fucking hey Samantha, what's going on? Justin, what's going on, man? I got to drink at Kelly's soon. But I can't do fucking TJ's, right? But no, your piece was great, Russell. I shared it on the Facebook page that I don't even use anymore. What's up, Anthony Carapio Merino, Odilia 410, Lilia, what's going on? Joe, what's going on, man? Robert Rivas, you're here on time. That was respect. Weekday weddings. Who the fuck is getting married on a weekday? Damn, man. Unless you're like doing one of those courthouse weddings, like that's. Although I know someone who just, I don't know someone, but I know a friend of mine, her friend or colleague of mine, her friend got married on the weekday, which was weird to me. Tacos, hey, what's up, David Bozanque? I think I pronounced it right. Hermanex, no sneak peek at IG. Not this time, Joe. I think, yeah, I was telling you, I think I'm going to try to, last time when I didn't use it for a week and then I used it the following week, that worked. That wiped out whatever sins I had. It was like a fucking scapegoat. I'll try to go on Instagram Live tomorrow and try it. We'll see what happens. So, hey, what's up, Samantha? How's it going? Let's see who shows up. I need to say it, I tried Trader Joe's tortillas again. Northgate's better. The corn tortillas? No. You got to get Trader Joe's apparently sells different types of corn tortillas. You need the one with the yellow and green package. Those are good. Northgate Tortillas sells good tortillas, corn tortillas. Their flour ones are better than the Trader Joe flour ones. So, hey, what's up, Teresa Adams? Nice seeing you. I'll go on IG and put you on Pirateria style Grítale Guti, right? But you don't see the whole cascade. Here, it's the one. What can I tell you, Anthony? Maybe it was a bad match, but and trust me, Northgate Tortillas, they've never lost in the first round of the tortilla tournament, but they've never also made it into the Suave 16. Trader Joe's this year, man, made it happen. So, well, of course, Russell's going to say that because Russell is from the capital of flower power, Houston, Texas, right? Or as he calls it, the heart of a slut. So, well, we'll see. I think I'll do a full intro at 15. Let's see if we even crack 15 people. I got 1 like. If you're not already following my channel, how many subscribers do I even have on this? What's up, Goyop22? Do I see it right there? No, I'm not gonna get out of this. I think I have 200 some subscribers, but apparently you're not anyone until you have 1,000 subscribers here. Dude, fucking Billy Preston made it happen. Trying to make tamales for Christmas. Where's the best place to buy masa? Well, it depends on where do you live, period. If you're in Southern California, hey, what's Diane and David G? Can't see how many people are even here. I'll tell you how many people are here. 14. That is exile, Ryan Shaw. Hey, what's up, Vera de Vera? Respect. That is exile. We used to be at the heights of 130. You know where things started going downhill? When I allowed democracy to run and we got kicked back to 945. Viewership has gone down. I've had more issues with Instagram ever since. And now here we are on YouTube. We were cracking 135 at one time. Now I'm lucky if I could even get 40. Although I do got to say that the people who end up on YouTube here, they are the real G's. I never forget who the real G's are. I get it. Sometimes you're busy and all that, but I never forget the real G's. So we'll see how it goes. Bottom I've been up since 5 a.m. I drove over 200 miles today, and I wrote a column, and I did a podcast and all that good stuff. Well, if you're in East LA, geez, because don't forget, there's specific masa. There's masa for tamales, and then there's masa for tortillas. But I would say any molinero. I mean, my favorite tortillas are Miramar Tortilleria in East LA and Boyle Heights, to be specific, on the border with East LA. So I would go there and ask them, like, where do you get if they don't sell masa for tortillas, then ask them, like, where do you get your tamales? And wherever they say, go for it. Because that's actually my favorite corn tortilla, Anthony Carapio Merino in Southern California, even though Taco Maria they make an amazing corn tortilla, don't get me wrong, but for my favorite store-bought tortilla, it's going to be Miramar Tortilleria. So I can't imagine them, I can't imagine them not having an idea of where the best masa for tamales, pues tamales hechos de masa de maíz, because you can make masa de papa. Guatemaltecos make these tamales called paches made with potato masa. Oh man, they are amazing. I haven't had one in a while though. There used to be a couple of Guatemalteco restaurants in like between Anaheim and Santana. I think there's one left in Santana, but obviously because of COVID, I haven't really eaten out much. There was one in Guadalajara, but I go there, then they denied that they were a Guatemalteco restaurant, which was bizarre to me. And of course, there's Panaderia El Chapin off of Edinger, not Edinger or Edinger, but Edinger in Santana. That's a place where a guy got killed one time, so I don't really go there since then. But yeah, I would go there. So anyways, masa, vodka masa, Eddie, Ryan, Rivera. I'll never forget that you're a 0.5 Ryan, Eddie. Northgate makes good masa, but Masek. So anyways, we're at 20. So I'm going to start doing like unlocking things. So once we get to 20 people, I will do a full intro. From Hook Hall, this is Grítale Guti in Exile. I am Gustavo Arellano. Every Tuesday night at 9:45 now for over a year and a half, we do some version of live where I take your questions, whatever it is, answer them, also respond to comments. Usually we do this on Instagram, but Instagram's been fucking with me for over a month at this point for no reason, just fucking with me. And so instead here on Instagram, or rather on YouTube, this is what we do, Exile Mode. We've tried this on Facebook, didn't work. YouTube is a sad approximation of what the real deal is, but we're going to do what we do. This is a community. This is a Guti gang. So I will continue with my babbling. It is not as entertaining as if it was on Instagram Live. I'm far more manic there, of course. We have drinking games there. I'm able to pull bucks, all sorts of, I get to reprimand people, but here there is no private messaging that I can automatically see. Instead, I have just a slow crawl because we do not have, what is it? If I wish to get 100, like a fifth, a sixth of the viewers we used to see. So at 20, we unlock the greeting. At 30, if we get 30, and we're at 29 right now, at 30, we will invite more people by me posting this on YouTube. And let's see who shows up. We're right now at 29. So same party, hard to find this time. If you follow me on Instagram, I posted it on my stories. If you follow me on my newsletter, and you should subscribe to my newsletter, you'll see that I post links to this. So basically what you want to do is follow me here on YouTube. You'll get an alert. And there we are. We're at 30. You'll get an alert. Let me just copy this. You'll get an alert, and then ta-da, you get to see me. So now let's invite more people. I see I'm always making up rules as we go along. I'm still not gonna drink until we get to 100 people, which is probably never gonna happen. But oh well, what are you gonna do? So here we go. What is this going on? I'm on YouTube live now because Zuck is still fucking with my IG live because I threw away a Donald Trump piñata head in January and flashed it the peace sign. So tune in now. I'm on IG Live because Zuck is still fucking with my IG Live because it threw away Donald Trump and I flashed the peace sign. So tune in now. Well, let's see how many. This is the interesting thing. I have all these fucking followers, supposedly. Not really. I don't really have that many followers compared to other people. It's okay. One follower, as I wrote in my newsletter, and if you subscribe to my newsletter, you would know this, but not enough people do. But it doesn't translate into when I actually do things, Between Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, I probably have like 160,000 followers. Supposedly there's some overlap, of course, but how many people are on right now? 35. Whoa, with followers like that, who needs enemies, right? And I put this into perspective. Am I a bitter person? Not really. But do I get pissed off at ingrates? Oh, 1,000%. That does not make me, though, a bitter person. I think I'd be... No, because bitterness comes... Well, I wrote a whole newsletter about it, so you're just going to have to figure out what I believe in when it comes to bitterness or my ideas. So anyways, line of coke at 35? No, I've never used drugs in my life. Fucking Robert Rivas. How dare you? Never smoked, never done LSD, shrooms. JD Harmeyer right now in Howard is debating whether to use shrooms. Not that I ever had any access to... LSD or mushrooms. I never knew people like that. My God, for crying out loud. But I remember reading once that if you took psychedelics, it would forever alter your brain chemistry, and specifically LSD. And I'm like, no, I like my brain chemistry. I'm going to keep it. I don't need to do drugs at any point. I've had friends who are marihuaneros, and they just turn stupid. I mean, at least with alcohol, that's somewhat governable, but like with drugs, nah. But that said, if you want to use drugs, hey, God bless you. Just don't harm anyone except yourself in the process, So now you see people are having the interesting thing with here is that people have conversations with themselves, which is pretty cool. It's hard to find this site every time. LA Martinez, CSU Pueblo. No, it's not. No, it's not. Subscribe to my newsletter. Click on the link from the previous week of Grítale, Guti in Exile. Then find my channel by clicking on my name and subscribe to my name. For crying out loud, on Instagram, I posted the link to my channel and to all of this right here. If I'm live, YouTube is going to show you that I'm live. So it's not as easy on Instagram because remember, this is supposed to be Grítale Guti on Instagram, but we're in exile. But you're here. I shouldn't be. I'm like Bizarro fucking Guti, all nice and polite, but I should not be so reprimanding of you because you are here. So I thank you for that. Look, we were at 40. Now we're at 37. So here we go. Mota helps me listen to music better. You're on IG, Guti. Well, I'm on your IG, Joe Bautista, and I cannot see the comments. So that's part of the fun for me. Otherwise, here we have this. Hey, well, there's the Maisonettes, but Russell has a question. What Christmas story do you prefer? The Gospel of Matthew, where the Holy Family goes into exile in Luke, or the Gospel of Luke, where there is no room at the end? Two different stories. And don't forget the Magi. There's different ways of telling how the Magi is. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He is the one, something else, and the light shone in the darkness, and the darkness did not comprehend it. There's your John right there. I think I would have to go with Matthew, where you do go into exile because it showed, the gospel showed Jesus was the least among us by being born in a manger, with the barn animals. There was no room for him at the end. That was the closest. That's where he slept. And also the fact that he and his family had to flee from Pontius Pilate, go to Egypt, which, that's not where Jews in the first century AC 80 or whatever they call it, Common Era, not AC anymore, just Common Era, because it used to be 80 Anno Domini, the year of our Lord, but that's not politically correct to praise the Lord anymore. They weren't going to go to Egypt. Pharaoh was long gone. By that point, the Romans ruled it, but come on, they weren't going to do that. So I would go with Matthew. I also like the part in the early part of the Bible where Jesus, a young Jesus, escapes from Mary and Joseph, and they find him in the temple where he's questioning the rabbis, and they're like, "What are you doing here? We're scared." And Jesus is like, "I'm in my house." and people couldn't really comprehend it. The Gospels are badass. Jesus, we've said this before, Jesus is fucking amazing. The stuff he said is so radical. It's his followers who fucked up Jesus. 1,000% twisted his words. It's all there. Rich people, you're not going to heaven, so why even try? You are not, because we're all sinners. Okay, yeah, we are all sinners, but Jesus specifically talked shit on you. When it came to sinners, just read the Bible. I've read the Bible, not the epistles or letters and all that. That just got boring very fast. Would Jesus be pro-vax or anti-vax? Jesus would be for you. What? Because you think Jesus wants you to die as soon as possible, so be anti-vax? No, Jesus was no pandejo, pandejo, pandejo. Remember, Jesus healed. One of his powers, or one of his miracles was healing. He brought people back from the dead, Lazarus, and also that young girl. Cured people of leprosy, made the deaf hear, the blind see, cast out demons. Why would he be anti-vax? He healed. Maybe vaccines don't heal before someone gets me, but vaccines prevent you from getting sick much. As at least the vaccines, they stop you. Or if you get the vaccines, they severely limit the illness that you have. So, of course, Jesus would be pro-vaccination. 1,000,000,000,000,000%. What did Odelia people? Joe Bautista is like pirate radio right now. That's so fun. Pirateria. It's not pirate radio. So, Jesus, 1,000. I don't. Gustavo knows. Woe to the rich. Blessed are the poor. That's a lefty Jesus right there. 1,000%. I mean, someone sent this all to Archbishop Gomez, and all the people who are decrying woke culture, and anyone who said Jesus would be anti-vax. Come on, how fucking stupid? How much pandejo are you? Anthony Carapia Merino says, have you read any manga or whatever? No. I've seen Dragon Ball Z, though. I've seen all the Dragon Ball Zs. This is interesting. Some of my usual suspects are not here, so that's telling. That means that I hear you, or I see you, as people say. I believe more people are on you, just can't see them because they don't know how to activate the chat. It happened to me until I figure it out. I don't know. It's not here. Are on you, just can't see them because they don't know how to activate the chat. No, I don't even know what it is. But no, I have not read manga, Anthony Carapio Merino. I've seen Dragon Ball Z. Supreme Kai was amazing. He was astonished when Majin Buu came out. But fucking Vegeta. What I love most about Dragon Ball G is that they would have like the same scene for like 23 episodes in a row. Like, so when Vegeta was coming to Earth with like, I think Dabura or whatever, they were in that little spaceship, and it was going on for like 39,000 episodes. And of course, was Goku when he died and he had to run through heaven through that dragon, like the actual dragon. That took like an entire season, and a season, of course, is like 80 some episodes. So I've read some graphic novels. I really haven't had time because, remember, I don't read much fiction. I care about reality. And I try to make myself read fiction every once in a while, but I just care about reality, care about religion and all that. The most recent story, Russell would appreciate this. The most recent book I read was a collection of coyote stories from indigenous folks. Coyote, the grand trickster, especially the American Southwest, the West in general. So Mountain West, and even going on to the prairie. So it was great. Coyote, man, he was a trickster and then some, a dirty old man in the most ridiculous ways. And the interesting thing with Coyote was Coyote always fucked himself up. Always fucked himself up. It was always his fault. He wasn't this evil person. He was the most human of all the deities, of all the, or like the first people, the Coyote, Owl, and all that. Coyote was by far the most human of them, just an extraordinary character. So I read, and Gary Snyder, of course, the beat poet, did this awesome poem about Coyote. And so the book that I read dated back to the 90s, maybe even late 80s, but it was a book of Coyote stories. Absolutely awesome. Boom, Coyotes are boss. You know what's up, Russell. What's up with St. Malverde and all the Marisco spots? Well, it's Sinaloa. These Marisco spots are all from Sinaloa, and San Jesus Malverde. Well, he's not a real saint, but Jesus Malverde is a patron saint. I mean, he started off as a folk saint. The Narcos then got him, but still a lot of people who are not associated with Narcos still worship to Jesus Malverde, who's not an officially sanctioned saint. Yeah, board of sales, but I've been up for a while, of the Catholic Church. Interesting story. But yeah, all these marisco spots, Mexican sushi and all that, they're all Sinaloense places. So they have to fucking, they have to pump themselves up. Hay muy Chalino, hay muy Chapo, y el Mayo Zambada, and Badiraguato, and El Commanded, and Música Sierreña, and all that shit. So part of that spiel is, and Las Rubias and all that, part of that spiel is going to be Jesus Malverde. As a wise man once said, and the rest of us say way too cliched, it is what it is. From Hook Hall, this is Grítale Guti every Tuesday night in Exile. Every Tuesday night at 9:45. I, Gustavo Arellano, answer questions, rant, grumble. We usually do this on Instagram Live, but we've been exiled. Hi, Cosmo. Hi. Cosmo does not want to make a cameo, sadly. We're usually on Instagram Live. Zuck has fucked with me for over a month, but he cannot quench, or not only not quench, but he cannot crush the Guti Gang. The Guti Gang will forever go on. But anyways, he's also on IG on my account because fucking Joe is, let's do this. This will be funny. This is fucking some panopticon shit right here. So I'm going to go on my Instagram account. And I'm seeing Joe right here. Get the damn cups brew. Come inside, honey. There it is. You see that? Look at that. You see, it is like weird ass shit right here going, man. Pinche mamadas are what they are. I'm out right now. Sorry, Joe. But thank you. So fucking Joe Bautista, man with appetite. All of that is pirateria style right now, which is absolutely awesome. That's right, we love Cosmo and Hook. Yes, we do. Thank you so much. My papi's friend is Sinaloense. He makes the best micheladas. No, my wife makes the best micheladas. Alta Baja Market. Show up there. If you show up there, maybe you'll get a freebie. Maybe, but only if I'm there. But you gotta go. Joe Bautista has always been a big supporter. #respect. Now Joe's gonna get banned. D. Gonzalez. Not the way he's doing it right now. If he doesn't, there is a true 1,000,000% conspiracy. Mamadex, that's so funny. Ceremony 74. Funny stuff. Bootleg Guti, pirateria Guti. That's what I like. Puro pinche pirateria, You should go, Anthony Carapio Merino. You got the Guti Gang stickers, so #respect to that 1,000%. So Robert Rivaso asks, how do you think Hunter S. Thompson would have covered Trump and the Republicans right now? No different than how he covered Nixon. Although, remember, Hunter S. Thompson was a reporter, so he was going to tell some crazy stories, but if he could talk to his arch nemesis, he would do that as well. Famously, he once talked to Richard Nixon, and all they talked about was football. That was the ground rules. Like, people make Hunter S. Thompson to be a complete radical rebel, and some of it was, but he was also from Louisville. He was a gentleman. And so he talked to Nixon only about football. So I could, you see, and when he did that, he was hailed as a hero by the left. If I try to do that, like I'm trying to get a play date with LA County Sheriff Antonio, I was going to say Villaraigosa, but not Villaraigosa. Villarreal, Alex Villarreal. That's so funny. Who's going to find these lines? And Alex Villanueva, that's what I'm talking about. Alex Villanueva, I want to go buy Stetsons with him, and I would have the conversation just to talk about Stetsons, period. Just only Stetsons and Stetsons alone. If I did that, oh, God, the Bocosos would get so furious at me. Oh, what are you trying to do? Why are you humanizing him or whatever? Like, fuck that shit. Like, that'd be a great damn story. Of course, Villanueva's not doing it because he's too much of a now he's saying he doesn't want to do COVID tests that are currently administered by LA County because they're selling all that material to the Chinese. What a pendejo, pendejo, pendejo. But anyways, Hunter S. Thompson, he would not be for these times. Because nowadays you're supposed to not want to engage with the other side. You're only supposed to trash them. And Hunter S. Thompson engaged with the other side. Hunter S. Thompson is not one of my journalism icons. Mine go way, way backer than him. I liked his stories. I liked his stories, and I like the fact that he could hang out with fucking fascist cops, and he could hang out with Richard Nixon. Cosmo, what's going on? Come here. Sorry, Cosmo's coughing a little bit. You okay? It's okay. I'm not gonna pick you up, okay? You're not gonna be jumpy guy. Hey. I'm not gonna hold you, okay? It's okay. He's a little scared guy, so that's why he's such a shy guy, because if I try to grab him, he'll just run away. Cosmo! Come here. I'm not gonna pick you up, I promise you, okay? Yeah, I saw that, Ryan Shaw. Which was interesting because he was wearing a mask, which I'm like, all right, well, at least this time you're wearing a mask. Other times he doesn't wear a mask. So who the hell knows with it? But anyways, Hunter S. Thompson would not be welcome today. He would not be welcome today. Like, now all journalists are just supposed to be woke warriors that just totally despise the other side. And look, Hunter S. Thompson didn't like the Republicans at all. No way. But he's like, well, if I'm going to get the best stories, I got to interact with them, And that's what I try to do, but they don't want to talk. And at least back then, the other side would want to talk to you. Now they're like, oh, fake news, which they were doing it back then, but at least they had more fun. People just do not want to have fun anymore. Russell Contreras, excuses. I don't know. Oh, yeah, of course. Russell Contreras says, took my daughters to see the new Disney movie Encantex. What is your opinion of the movie so far, even though you haven't seen it yet? Well, it's supposed to be based on Colombia. Colombia is an amazing country. And because the LA Times, my colleague Tracy Brown did this really good story, interviewed, I think they were the directors, maybe the writers or producers, but people that, realizing that, hey, like, if we're going to do this, kind of like with Coco, hired Russell and I's compa Lalo Alcaraz. They hired people to make sure that their depiction of Colombia was going to be as Colombiano as possible. And beyond the hats and the vallenato, but apparently they did a great job at it. I have not seen the movie yet. I also have not been to Colombia. I would say the Colombianos would be the best arbiters of that. I'd be fascinated to see if my good friend Alicia Rojas, who's a great artist, Colombiana as well. I think she might be in Colombia right now, though. What she thinks of it, it made some money, $44 million, and that's nothing to sneeze about, to use that cliche. But didn't make Legend of Chang, the Seven Rings. Latinos, we don't support our own movies. We didn't support fucking Lin-Manuel Miranda's In the Heights. We did a pretty good job at Coco, but not as good as we could have. We just don't support each other. We don't. And especially that Colombians are like, what? Colombians, don't they fight and do this, and that? Yeah. Me personally, I don't care for magical realism, although I say that. And of course, I love Gabriel Garcia Marquez, who is a master of magical realism. We'll see. Coming in? Honey? You should say hi to everyone. People like that. Brian says, just came back from Medellin. It was amazing. Taxi drivers are crazy, though. Hi, honey. What do you want to say to everyone?
Love my honey. Good night.
She has been working very hard because it's the holiday season. All y'all are enjoying and eating and all that and drinking. She's just working like a pup, just running around, doing a lot of stuff. Please support Alta Baja Market. Please, so wherever you like to buy, support it. Like, they need that money right now.
Well, support all your local vendors.
That's what I'm saying. Wherever you need to support it. Like, my plug, of course, goes to Alta Baja because, it's my wife's store. I'll plug other ones. All right, we're at 50 viewers. I think that might be a record. So if at 20, we announce where we are, I'm setting rules. At 30, we broadcast it to everyone. We didn't do a rule for 40, which would be Altes Marcus. What should be the rule for 50? We're now down at 48, but I owe you like something for cracking 50 viewers. What should we do? I'm not going to drink. Drinking's going to be 100. That's going to be a long, long way to do that. Thank you, Joe. Matt, hey, what's up, Matt? How's it going? Nice to see you. Damn, tuning in from Bowling Green or wherever the hell you are. I always forget. Near there. In Eugene, Oregon. Yeah, right. Denver before Eugene. Nothing against Eugene, mind you, but Denver would be more kismet, if you will. Law Rux, a song. With a W on a song. Oh, well, you know. No, I want to sing a song at the end. Maybe I don't want to see something at 50 yet, but let's see. You should, let's see. And let me know when you go, Matt. I'm getting too many people just show up and I'm not there, like assuming I'm going to be there. No, you got to fucking let me know. People got to fucking let me know. You're my Lakers post-game show. That's hilarious. Geez, I thought you just want to check out Grítale Guti. Thanks for nothing. So you see I'm warming up right there. Yeah. Brian Morales, did you ever get into wrestling, lucha libre? I know you knew the Adele song. I don't even like Adele that much. Adele, I think. You see, that's how much I like her, Adele. Now I know a bunch of people are going to fucking hate me for saying that. But I didn't get into lucha libre. I liked seeing it when they would show on Galavisión and Channel 22. But WWF, before he became E, of course I did. You know, the 80s and 90s, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Bushwhack, was the Bushwhack Bill. I'm thinking Bushwick Bill. That's a fucking Ghetto Boys, Russell's people from Houston, man, all the way. But rest in peace, Bushwick Bill. Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, all those people. I stopped seeing it around the era of Kurt Angle. I thought Kurt Angle always cracked me up, but The Rock, Brock Lesnar was still coming up. I just got too busy with other stuff. Although I saw it the other day, and it was so good. There was some good writing, and my cousin is the person who still sees it. But I think the fact that Bad Bunny fucking came on a big rig to wrestle, I thought that was awesome. I know the real fans are like, whatever, fuck it. There's always been crossover with fucking celebrity shit, you know? Mr. T fucking with Hulk Hogan and all that shit. So don't fucking give me that shit. I still think the best celebrity thing was fucking one time when Shaq was wrestling, and I don't know, and someone actually said who, but a wrestler fucking did a joke about Kobe and Shaq. I was always a Shaq fan before a Kobe fan. Shaq just did the stone-faced anger that fucking did a pile driver on him or whatnot. I think WWE works at its best when it doesn't take itself too seriously, you know? LeVar Ball, the LeVar Ball, yeah, like, you know, shit like that. Like, you got haters and all that. So I do appreciate that about WWE. I haven't checked it out in a long time, though. My favorite episode was still like Kurt. I don't know what it was, but the Hardcore Champion was awesome as well. They did that for a while. But one time, Kurt Angle was following Stone Cold, and for some reason, Kurt Angle was wearing like a little Tejana, little Stetson on his hat. I have no idea what the context to that was, but I laughed a lot. And Justin Cook, Donald Trump was a great guest on WWE. Like, let's just be true to it. The McMahons are total right-wing lunatics. Let's be true to that as well. But look, it's like, we've had this conversation before. Can you like problematic things? Can you separate the person from the art form? 1,000%. I can, at least. Again, this goes back to like puritanical culture is never good, whether you're on the left or the right. It's like Eric Clapton. I love him with the Yardbirds. Love him with Derek and the Dominoes. I never really cared for him as a solo artist. Sorry, like cocaine and all that. Man, never cared for it. And then a lot of other stuff, which is derivative. I Shot the Sheriff. Fuck that shit. And then as a person, he's just trash. He's complete and utter trash. Pendejo. But he's an amazing guitar player. And I'll say that. Morrissey, best example. Morrissey was always a right-winger, self-hating person. In recent years, he's become more and more, he's all for Brexit and more conservative. Is that going to make me stop listening to his songs? No. Was he better with the Smiths or a solo? With the Smiths, 1,000%. But I'm not going to drop all of a sudden my fanship for the music that he made, because he was a genius. He was a genius. He was a genius when he was singing. when he's spouting off his own shit? No, I mean, no, absolutely not. Hang the DJ is kind of racist. Kind of racist. Very racist. That's what it is. Still a fucking good. Panic on the streets of London. Hang the DJ, hang the DJ, hang the DJ, hang the DJ. Although at the other same time, I mean, Morrissey's all about death and all of that. So that, I mean, you want a more racist song, the first of the last of the gang to die. That's way more racist. First of the gang to die. That's more racist. So that's what it is. Uh-oh. We got a Hook cameo.
He has to go poo.
How do you know? Well, don't say
He's
that.
been.
We'll take him outside. It's going to be taken outside. So there you go.
Feel the poo in his body.
Don't say that out loud. So there you go. So early Smiths with the best. Oh yeah, belligerent ghouls run Manchester schools, spineless swine, cemented minds. Certain the troops jealous of you. Same old thing since '92. He does the military two-step down the nape of my neck. I want to go home. Don't want to stay. Pick up bags is a bad mistake. Midweek on the playing field. Sir, grab me in the knee, knees me in the groin, elbows in the face. Bruises bigger than dinner plates. I want to go home. Don't want to stay. Na 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 na. Total belligerent ghouls run Manchester schools. Spineless bastards on. Amazing song. That whole album, you know, like absolutely. But yeah, early Smiths. Matt Panel says a new Beatles doc made Ringo my favorite Beatle. Tell me why this makes me a lame. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden with you. We would be warm under the storm in an octopus's garden in the shade. We would be so happy, you and me. No one would tell us what to do. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. Here's more Hook. Here's a Hook cameo. Hi,
Go to
Hook.
bed. We're gonna go make out right now.
Puppy paw.
We're gonna make out right now. Me and Hook.
And then I'll go later.
But no,
Sure.
no, just me and Hook.
Oh, stop it. Look at the little puppy paw right here. Boom.
I love his swoochy
Like
mouth.
cutie face. And look, Hooks with X instead of Latinx. Hook X.
Yeah.
Ringo.
We're gonna go make out right now in the bed. I love him.
I don't need new headphones at all. Why would I need new headphones?
He's
That makes
gonna
no
go
sense.
talk to you. I'm gonna go make out with Hook. I love it.
There are people saying, look at the face. Puppy paw.
Hi,
Power paw.
everybody. At least for me, happy holidays. I love you. Me and Hook, we're making out.
No. Hook cutie pup. Thank you, Samantha, for all that. No, Ringo was all, look, Ringo was just Ringo. I know people all, well, what's funny as the years go on, you realize, why do people always hate on Ringo? Ringo did the drumming. You know, are there many Beatles songs that have like amazing, extraordinary drumming? Are there a lot of Beatles songs that have amazing, extraordinary guitar playing? No, the Beatles were the epitome of a group that was basically the sum of their parts. You know, they always say that they were more than the sum of the parts. No, they were, the sum of the parts was far bigger than the parts itself, you know? So Ringo, you see him, he's effortless. You hear some of the beats like on Rain, when the rain comes and I need my let us read the rain. I don't mind. Sorry, Ryan Shaw. I'm not going to say Ringo drummed. I'm obviously not a drummer. Played the bass, did the drumming. What else are you going to say? Drummed, bassed, guitar. Come on, man. No te hagas, you know? But anyways, that's my psychedelic. Rain, of course, was a single. When the rain comes. Charlie Watts is better than Ringo. Bum, that's Otis Redding style. Here's the thing. There's no reason to hate on Ringo. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. Ringo always had good. I always liked his songs. You know, I wanna be your lover, baby. I wanna be your man. And then when he's dancing to that song in A Hard Day's Night, like they would only give him one song, but oh well, that was that. I think I need to go open the door for Cosmo. So excuse me one moment. Talk amongst yourselves. Cosmo. I should actually do that. Anyways, where were we? Any Latin bands comparable to the Beatles? My thoughts, maybe Maná. No way, Sergio. Not in a trillion years. I'm not a Maná fan, if you can't tell. But no, I mean, look, what? Any compare? First and foremost, of course, the Beatles have been around now. Like their music has been around for 60 years. Maná's only been around for about 30, 35 years. So those songs have not penetrated the subconscious and the world conscious. Remember, the Beatles are world famous. Maná's only famous in Latin America, which is still a shitload of people, of course. And Maná's only going to be famous with people who are, popular with people who speak in English, or rather in Spanish. Beatles are worldwide, man. Beatles are popular in Mexico. You have Beatles fan clubs all over the globe. You do not have that with Maná. There is no one singular group. There's not. There's absolutely not. And then you get to the craftsmanship. What? Like, fuck that shit, man. Compare that to the Beatles' music. Or, no. I mean, the best Maná song was a fucking Jose Alfredo Jimenez song. The second best Maná song was Mariposa, not Mariposa Traes. That's actually a good song, but the video is even better. Fuck, so you get some Chichis Christ and Nalgame Dios in there, and the whole plot point. Damn. Other than that, not in a trillion years. There was a debate where and look, you can compare artists across genres and across languages, like fucking Jose Alfredo Jimenez. The greatness of him was that he wasn't the best singer, but no one sang his songs like him because he felt that shit. And he was a singer-songwriter on that same level of a Cole. And here's the thing. You could compare him to a Cole Porter, but Cole Porter never sang his songs, He was a torch singer. Same thing with Juan Gabriel. It's like there's not a ready comparison. I mean, you could say Juan Gabriel is like Elton John, okay, because they're both, gay. They're both, kind of portly. They're both flamboyant and all of that. And they both have great songs, sure, that have been covered. But like Juan Gabriel's songs were covered by way more artists than Elton John. And also just Juan Gabriel means something completely different to what Elton John meant to his fans as well, So the comparisons are hard to do. So when it comes to Beatles, there is no corollary in Latin America, not even close. Like none, not at all. Jesus Christ, Goyop 22. I only know some of the Beatles songs. The most popular, "Strawberry Fields Forever." That's a forever. That's a classic one as well. But no, the Beatles were the most popular band of all time. I mean, look, they're still getting attention all these years later. So there you go. BTS equals new Beatles form in terms of worldwide popularity. I was gonna say that, Vera de Vera. So in terms of worldwide, yeah, BTS, Korean K-pop group, 8 members. I don't even know their songs, but of course I know who they are. Yeah, they are worldwide, and that's been amazing to see. They sing in Korean. They also sing in English sometimes, but they have fans in Mexico. They have the 2-show performance at SoFi Stadium. What is it? 60,000 capacity or something like that over 2 nights, both sold out. And it looked like LA. White people, Asian folks, Mexicans. I know Mexicans went there. So they're getting there. But of course, they're very young. They still do not have that roster of songs And this is the thing. They're getting there in terms of popularity, and they're even crossing over into the mainstream. But at what point are they going to penetrate the mainstream and become ubiquitous like the Beatles did? We might still see that. And so, but better fucking than not. Anyways, from Hook Hall, this is Grítale Guti every Tuesday. Grítale Guti in Exile. We're here because fucking Zuck is pissed off at me again. And we need to do this. So basically, I read your comments. I answer questions, whatever I see there. It's not the same manic depression, music, sweet music. Manic. That's Jimi Hendrix there. Castles Made of Sand is his best song, by the way. Castles made of sand melt into the sea. Eventually, and there was another one. It's called Third Rock from the Sun, but it was something about that. But and then of course, boom, 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 the burning of the midnight lamp. That's an amazing song. Boom, 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 boom. Maybe that'll be my song this week because I have not heard that song in a long as Hendrix. Right there. Metallica may be as popular worldwide as the Beatles. But remember, folks, when it comes to the Beatles, we're not talking about popularity. We're also talking about songs that have penetrated the world. What Metallica song has penetrated the world the way, say, Yesterday, the most covered song ever? Master, master, master of puppets, master, master. Maybe that's about it. Anything other than that? No, not even close. Yesterday covered so much. Something covered so much. Fucking, I'm hearing from me to you covered, covered in commercials. You're not seeing that with Metallica. Remember, the Beatles is not just about popularity, although that's important as well. The Beatles are although some people say they were an experiment of the Tavistock Institute. Go look that one up right there. Dolly Parton probably comes closer to Metallica, but Dolly Parton is not worldwide as much as Metallica, though, Matt. Metallica's metal. Metal is a worldwide thing. Country music is not. Dolly's better, I think, artist-wise, and she also, wrote her own songs and fucking gives back so much to Appalachia and all that. What has Metallica given the world? A fucking bottle of, Jack Daniels or some shit? Come on now, as they say. Unforgiven. We can agree, though, that blues music went deeper influences. I don't even know. Enter Sandman. Blow me up, Tom. But do you care? Exactly. It's not hosted by a right-wing quack or a convicted felon. No. I got to come out on Tom's podcast again, especially the new one. I mean, I missed a show. Oh, those were the days when I'd come out on the Tom Likas show, man. LA Times would not allow me to do that in a trillion years, at least not the old ways. Now I have to be measured. I'll still cuss. 1,000% I'll still cuss. Like, hear me on Dave Chang's podcast. We have a lot of fun whenever I show up there, But yeah, that's funny. Isn't Mike Ness basically the OC version of the Beatles? No, that'd be Nirvana. Mike Ness is like the old man of Orange County at this point. Be like, he's Mike Ness. Story of my life. That's a very beautiful song, by the way. I'm not a Mike Ness fan, though, because of his politics. You'd be surprised. Yes, he jumped on stage or jumped off stage to beat up a Trump guy, but you should see some of the people that he used to support when he lived in Santana. And if you don't know, now you know. Anyways, oh, God. Oh, Matt Panel. Oh, yeah, Michael Jackson, though. We'll just leave it at that, right? Gets off his kids. You know what's going on, Justin. Yeah, he's not a pleasant person. He's also very, very awkward. I remember we once tried to interview him. Not me, but one of my colleagues. It went nowhere. We knew it was going to go nowhere. He was almost like fucking Brian Wilson. And if you know who Brian Wilson is, at least his reputation when it comes to interviews, now you know Mike Ness. And nothing against him, His music's good. Although, honestly, I just know Story of My Life. That's all I need to know. And that is a very, very beautiful song. You don't need to see my mouth as I'm going. Beach Boys, Brian Wilson, Gabriel. Story of my oh fuck Mike Love. The only good thing Mike Love ever did was be the uncle of Kevin Love of UCLA, right? Mike Love basically ruined the Beach Boys, continues the Beach Boys, even though they should have retired a long time ago. Brian Wilson was a genius. Are you fucking kidding me? Brian Wilson was a genius. Best song, Here Today. Da, 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 da. Oh, da, 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 da. Ah, da, 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 da. A brand new love affair is such a beautiful thing. Da, 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 da. Ba, da, 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 da. It makes you feel so bad. It makes you feel so sad. It makes your heart grow long. And here, love is here today, and it's gone. And here and gone. And none of you know this fucking song except maybe Matt, which is I think absolutely hilarious. Of course, you know what's up, Goyop. Beautiful song, absolutely beautiful song. But Mike Love fucked all of that up, and poor Brian Wilson though. But God Only Knows. Well, God Only Knows is a beautiful song. I mean, Pet Sound is a beautiful song. It's a song that American men listen to. You know, their dads listened to songs for lonely lovers when they were heartbroken. Their children, the baby boomers, would listen to Pet Sounds. That's I may not always love you, but as long as there's stars up above you, you would, I'm not so sure about it. You'll never live without it. Hold on, God only knows what I do without you. This part I know. If you should ever leave me, though life would go on now, believe me, the world would show nothing to me. So what good would living do me? God only knows what I'd be without you. And God only knows what I'd do without you. If you should ever leave me, there's Gato, though life would go on now, believe me, the world would show nothing to me. So what good would living do me? God only knows what I do without you. God only knows what I do without God only. Then he does what's it called, a rondadella or something like that. Beautiful, beautiful song, anyways. Never liked the Beach Boys. I'm surprised, Diane and David G. I mean, a lot of Chicanos don't like the Beach Boys, They're, of course, I get it. They were listening to fucking Carol A, Huggy Boy, Art LeBeau, and all that. And you think of the Beach Boys, puro fucking gabas from Hawthorne, wannabe surfers. Carl Wilson died trying to surf and all that shit. But they did some very beautiful songs. They're very inventive. Brian Wilson was very much about like the musical production with the Brown Eyed Soul. It was just about the singing, great guitars, but nothing too inventive. I mean, that's just the reality of that stuff. I'm not gonna sing no more. In My Room is a good one. It was very depressing music. That's what it was. Odelia. I mean, although there's some fucking sad songs in the oldies but goodies canon. Somebody please, somebody please, somebody please. Once again, the girl that I love, she's gone away. Somebody please. Can't you hear the fire? Can't you hear the beat? I know a lot of songs, right? What are your sandals to a bushy, bushy blonde hair? Here's the thing. When people think about the Beach Boys, they think about the early stuff. A lot of it, which is just mindless crap ripped off from fucking Chuck Berry. I Get Around is a good one because that's original. I go, but Surfing USA, it's all ripoffs. Like the first great Beach Boys song, and then Barbara Ann is a remake of the original one, which comes out of American Graffiti. But the first great Beach Boys song is California Girls, which not California Girls by Katy Perry, which is an amazing fucking song. And not just because of the music video, Chichis Christ and Nalgame Dios, but no, California Girls, like the way it was produced, it's a beautiful song. It really is a beautiful song. Of course, now it'd probably be problematic and all that, but most people don't. I mean, most people do not know Pet Sounds. If they know, they'll know Wouldn't It Be Nice and God Only Knows. Those are the only two songs that were played on K. They don't even fucking play 60s music anymore. And God Only Knows is totally overplayed by Hollywood. Wouldn't It Be Nice is always going to be stuck with the Naked Gun, the original Naked Gun, which is a beautiful song. But they're not playing Caroline No. They're not playing Here Today. They're not playing I Wasn't Made for These Times. They're not playing I Know There's an Answer. Another beautiful song, Put Your Head on My Shoulders, where Brian Wilson does this incredible thing where the chord's going like this and all of a sudden like pops up like on the same. It's like seamless. It's absolutely seamless. If more people knew that music, I think the Beach Boys would have more. I think the Beach Boys would continue to be gaining an audience among young people, and it wouldn't be all fucking right-wing pandejos. Go back, Aruba. You see, that's Mike Love at that point. It's not fucking Brian Wilson, man. Sloop John B is a remake, though. PJA, like, and they did a good. I would say they did a good version of that song, but it's a remake of the original. So, anyways, the Blazers recently did Somebody Please. No way, I gotta listen to that fucking remake. But Somebody Please is a fucking jam of fucking jams, man. It is incredible, absolutely. Oh, Al Green, are you kidding me? Amazing. Career cut too short because I'm fucking assaulter threw grits on poor Al while he was taking a bath, scalded him and messed up his mind forever. I know he tried to make a comeback in the 90s, just didn't work anymore, but I'm so tired of being alone. I'm so tired of on my own. Won't you help me, girl, just as soon as you can? People say I found a way to make it, girl. I forget. And then, of course, I can't hit, babe, didn't go for that. Yeah, it's a natural fact. Show me where it's at. Tired of being all by myself by my lifetime. Baby, tired of being all wrapped in the night. In my dreams, no one but you, baby. Sometimes I wonder, then the fucking drum goes. If you love me like you say you do, cause I've been thinking about you, baby, yeah. And I've been wanting to get next to you, baby. Sometimes I hold my arm and say, got that one. Ooh, baby. Oh, meeting you as soon as can be will be my greatest dream. I hit that fucking high note there. So there you go. Al Green equals Barry White? No, Al Green's better than Barry White. Barry White is a cliche, but Barry White was fucking badass as well, but Al Green was better. High Records, Willie Mitchell, Memphis. Totally forgotten in terms of Memphis sounds. Fucking I'm So Tired of Being Alone is amazing. I listened to it, didn't purchase it. I purchased my Al Green Greatest Hits where he's like without a shirt going like that. Totally 1000%. Let's Stay Together is a classic one. I've sang already enough Al Green. My vocal cords are shot. I gotta do podcast. So now I have to protect my my voice. Although I have to open it up as well. Love and Happiness. With the organ. People going wrong. I mean, just such an amazing voice. There's no shots, Brian Morales. I'm not pulling out books. I'm not drinking alcohol until we start getting 100 listeners. And trust me, I want to go back to the Cosmo Cavern, but I'm in fucking exile. And now you set me up by you saying shots. I'm in fucking exile. I've been in exile for a month. This might be permanent. Who the fuck knows what Zuck's got to do? But there are no games here. We're creating some semblance of an exile community here, but there's no shots. Shots is over there. I'm not going to get into alcohol until I get 100 listeners or 100 viewers. And we're only at 41. We hit 50 for like a second, and this is what we seem to be averaging. No alcohol. No alcohol, Jack. Anyways, we are now in bonus time of Grítale Guti in Exile. I usually do 15 minutes. Oh, I got to plug my computer, but that's that away. But we still got some stuff here. So, Brother Where Art Thee by The Midnighters, totally sad. I mean, saddest song ever is Brother Can You Spare a Dime. Go look that one up. Damn, that is just some fucking sad ass shit. Bing Crosby was Bing Crosby was a horrible human being, but one fucking hell of a singer. Would you like to swing on a star, carry moonbeams home in a jar, and be better off than you are? Or would you rather be a mule? I hate that song, by the way, because it's very much like it's very Bing Crosby song, which is very abusive. But Brother Can You Spare a Dime is just absolutely amazing. Bing Crosby was a fucking badass as a performer, as a human being, trash, and it was the Out of This World, which is a trash show. What was worse, Out of This World or Small Wonder? I'd say Out of This World because I can't fucking remember a single plot point. Small Wonder annoyed me, but there was an episode where the dumb brother of Vicky the robot got into Woodward and Bernstein, and they became investigative reporters. Truth, absolutely truth. Good night, teacher's already going to bed. He's not heavy. He's my brother. Oh God, sad. No. That's based on an inspirational line from Father Flanagan of Boys Town, but Brother Can You Spare a Dime is fucking sad. The only sadder song actually probably in that is Where's My Forgotten Man? All fucking Depression era. The Depression era songs are sad. Like, here's a sad thing. Depression era songs are sad. They stand the test of time. They're not nihilistic. The music we have now is nihilistic. You just want to kill. Like, it's very selfish music, frankly, the music of today. They're like, what is going to be that great depression, great recession, great not replacement, that's something else. Great resignation and all that shit, Like, give me fucking 10 cents a dance. Give me Brother Can You Spare a Dime. Give me Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Wolf. Sunny Side of the Street, that's another fucking sad one. Like, it was amazing, beautiful, beautiful music, which mostly doesn't exist today. Now it's all fucking pity party or whatever. Well, Woody Guthrie, of course. I was actually thinking of show tunes, but yeah, fucking Woody Guthrie, Tom Joad, Do Re Mi, like fucking the Great Depression created so much amazing, great art. What is this? What is the pandemic era create in terms of art? Not really, nothing, man. And of course, we're not. I mean, we have inequity. We're not in a. We're basically in the new jazz era, and so that means we're gonna have a big ass fucking fall. Great musicians from Anaheim needs to be a topic. Probably start with Jeff Buckley. Come on, Matt. When it comes to Anaheim musicians, it starts with fucking Gwen Stefani and No Doubt. I am not the biggest fans of them. I never got into them. I'm not even going to get into the whole thing of appropriation with Gwen. I personally think and most Anaheimers, like most people from Anaheim, they always thought it was cool that Gwen dressed like a chola. Like, oh shit, this white chick is dressing like a chola. That's pretty cool. It's all these other Wokosos have always had a problem with it. But it starts with, it starts with fucking, with No Doubt. And then I'm trying to remember, Rudy Delamore. Go look him up. That's another great Anaheim-based musical icon, Rudy Delamore. I didn't know Jeff Buckley was from Anaheim. I don't even know who Jeff Buckley is, frankly. My musical education is very weird. All I Want for Christmas is Better Blue Christmas. No way. Elvis, man. Elvis is badass. Well, also 1000% Ghetto. You know what the hell I'm talking about. WAP is not from fucking Anaheim. Sorry. Sunday Morning. Like, Don't Speak's a good song. Then Underneath It All is a good song. or whatever the hell is it called? The ones that kind of like rock steady stuff. Rock steady's good, but like, it's just whatever. I never liked Gwen. I never liked No Doubt, but I respected what they did. You know. I'll be home for Christmas. A lot of sad songs. So, with Sublime, Sublime. You see, that's a fucking jam. Still stands the test of time. It's problematic. I mean, come on. Who fucking did a song for all this era of Me Too? And it's important, by the way, of course. But where is a song that nails fucking toxic pig men like Date Rape? And yeah, now people are like, yeah, the video has Ron Jeremy who assaulted all these people and all that. Okay, fine, whatever. Think of the song. It fucking flat out condemns date rape. The fucker gets his comeuppance. It's a fucking masterpiece. You hear that fucking song, Coffee's Locked On's perfect pandemic song. You hear date rape, it is a masterpiece. There's some cosas like, oh, I've been trying to hate Sublime, but I just can't. If you hate Sublime, you're a fucking dumbass. Simple as that. You know, original Sublime, Sublime with Rome, that's a whole other thing. Or what was the other one that they did? I'm not gonna, but Bradley now was a fucking genius. Gone too soon. I might do a column about him actually one day. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but yeah, of course. I don't practice Santeria. Just so fucking iconic. It's so Southern California. Of what it's a time capsule of Southern California, but it's also aspirational. Like this is really music that everyone listened to, that incorporated all sorts of culture, all sorts of cultures their own way, and it's just a Southern California thing, you know. Blake Shelton and Gwen did a song together. Blake Shelton and Gwen got married, so there's that. Dude sang in Spanish, exactly. He knew what Sancho was and all that. Fucking Bradley was fucking badass. You see fucking Chicano kids wearing the fucking Sublime, that ugly ass sun as a t-shirt because it was a fucking homeboy who did that Sublime logo, you know? So anyway, we're at 43 people, this seems to be the real G's. I appreciate all of you. You're all talking about still depressing music, so I'm going to give you guys until 10. It seems at 10, then we'll go from there. Unless, of course, you get me off on a topic. Today, we mostly sang songs, but that's okay. That's what Grítale Guti is. There is no rhyme or reason. That's just what we do. Mucho gusto. Me llamo Bradley. And caras me down. The Vandals are about as fun as those get. It's interesting because the Vandals, Joe Escalante, know him. I want to consider him a friend, but like, we get along very good, but he's a total conservative. I think most people don't realize that. But he's also super Catholic, which means he does care about people, but he's super conservative. So I don't think a lot of the fans know that about the Vandals. And he's also a lawyer. He's a very smart lawyer, too. So Joe's cool people. I haven't talked to him in a while. Andrew had Callahan and Channel 5 News. I used to watch Channel 5 News all the time, the morning news growing up, until someone told me that Mark Krisky would always get pissed off whenever I appear in person on Channel 5 News, so that hasn't happened in a while. No, I watch Channel 9 News from 8 to 11. Then at 11 o'clock, I switch over to Mark Brown, Channel 7 News, Eyewitness News, married a Sinaloense, totally awesome guy, drives a shit fucking ass awesome Land Rover, like fucking GS shit. The Weekend is Sinatra of Our Times. I put this on Twitter or Facebook. I can't sing you a Weekend song, but every time I hear him, I like what I hear. And his Super Bowl show was fucking awesome. I love that Super Bowl show. It was great. It was weird and messed up. He's running around in the mask and all that. That was a good fucking show. So I should probably try to learn some weekend songs, but I think he's inventive, 1000%. Like totally cool. Escalante used to have a radio show. Escalante used to have a radio show. I used to be on it to do Ask a Mexican, and I think it was his traffic person, like the traffic reporter, a woman. She hated me. Anytime I would be on, she would not join the conversation. She would just have dagger eyes. It's interesting to see the people who hate me, fuck the haters. It's always interesting. I never did anything to that woman. I was always respectful towards her. I would always try to bring her into the conversation. No, she fucking hated me. It was incredible. Even Joe would be like, oh, I don't know. It was incredible how much venom that woman had towards me. Whatever. I can't remember her name. Exactly. Boom. Mic drop. How many enemies do you think you have? Just go to the hashtag boycott Gustavo Arellano. There's a shitload of enemies right there. But fuck the haters. You got to ignore them. I'm too busy doing shit. I'm too busy working, doing my podcast, doing my column, doing Grítale Guti in exile or non-exile. I'm too busy for the haters. I've always been too busy for the haters. You just continue to do so. So I honestly do not know Anthony Garapio Merino. Look, and if you really want to get at it, the haters are the 99.99% of humanity that has never heard of me. So those who are the real haters. So always about perspective. She liked you. Unless you're Joe Ceremony 74, no, she did not like me at all. On Indie 103.1. Yep. Well, at least you're listening for sure, but nope. I was in the studio. Unless you're Joe, you don't know. And if you don't know, now you know. Now you know. Emmanuel Pantoja. Yeah, if you remember my old show on KPFK 90.7, I had it for 2 years and I had to let it go because the fucking editor of the OC Weekly at the time, he made me quit it if I wanted to be managing editor. What a fucking dumbass. What are you going to do, right? Super late tonight. Oh, yeah, we're already going to hang up, Andy Hoser. What the, fuck Brian Kelly, by the way. Am I right? Fuck that guy. Guti gang, bigger than the haters, 1000%. Robert Rivas says Futurama is better than The Simpsons. I don't agree with that, but my cousin Victor would probably agree with that. Futurama is amazing, amazing show. Of course, I know Jose Alfredo Gonzalez. I'm going to have to answer that next week because I'm actually about to hang up. But let me see. Apparently, Mexicans should answer questions in the world. It was crazy, Ryan Shaw. It was like, you think these things, you're like, what the fuck? I'm actually going to do a newsletter about it. Not about her, but about haters. Because there was one place. I'm not going to say it because I'm going to save it for the newsletter. But it involved a hater who had no reason to hate me, was too much of a coward to do anything about it. And then it all ended. So there you go. Well, yeah, I did ask a Mexican. But anyways, folks, I've been up since 5 a.m. doing columns. I got to get up tomorrow at 4. Who cares about sleep, right? From Hook Hall, this has been Grítale Guti. Gustavo Arellano, Grítale Guti in exile, where Gustavo Arellano rants against Zuck and all the conspiracies that keep me down. A rant against people wasting my time. That's going to be another fucking, como se dice? I can't even think clear anymore. It's going to be another canto. I'm going to put in some plugs. So let's do it right now. Follow, subscribe to my news. Don't go just yet, people. Subscribe to my newsletter, GustavoArellano.org. Folks, subscribe to my newsletter. I'm going to stay here until I get one new person to subscribe who subscribed to my newsletter. Someone please do that right now. Instead of a mantra, do it. Subscribe to the newsletter. Please, folks. Let's get a new one. Good night, Irene. Oh, sorry. Good night, Irene's a legendary song. Good night. Good night, X-Nikes. Later, soon. What's up? Later, Paul. Later, Robert. But please, folks, subscribe to my newsletter. I need subscribers. Don't make me do a whole fucking mantra on that. I subscribed a couple weeks ago. Thank you, Brian. Thank you for being a new subscriber. Appreciate it. I'm going to do a Guti drive where I'm going to ask everyone to find me 5 new subscribers. We got to do that shit. In spite always L.A. Martinez. Unless there is something else that I have to do, we will always do Grítale Guti, Peace out, everyone. Appreciate it. Justin, Anthony Carapio Merino, take care. Amelco and then Culilco are better than Jerez? No. It's only 11 o'clock? Well, yeah, but we've already done an hour and 15. Diana and David G. Sub to it all. Have a good one. Guti, Gustavo Exile is fun as hell. Thank you. Good night. Thank you, Ceremonies. Subscribe to my newsletter, Ceremony 74. Good night. Everyone say good night. No one gives a fuck. So peace in the Middle East. That's how we kick it. Bye, Lisa. Oh, I'm still going. Ha ha ha. That's funny. End stream. Bye. Now I do. Boom.